Hello everyone, it's me Cosmos here, and today we are going to be talking about what is the best way to make money in No Man's Sky. And I'm going to show you, first we're going to start with a very simple method. You're going to look for a extreme storm planet. It'll look something like this. Let me go into space and I'll show you. So an extreme storm planet, when you go to scan your planet, it's going to look a little bit something like this. Ignore the name. I named it the Big Blue Cheese Ball because, well, activated indium. As you can see, it says decaying nuclear planet. It's also going to have extreme storms. You're going to land and you're going to try and see if you can find an extreme storm planet. Once you have yourself an extreme storm planet, and make sure it's a nuclear planet too. That's a big one. That's a biggie. So after you've gotten yourself a decaying nuclear planet or extreme storm planet, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head down until you're down here. You're going to want to land and you're going to want to wait until you get an extreme storm. And after you have gotten yourself an extreme storm, you're going to head out of your ship. I recommend crafting a few ion batteries. I'm going to craft a couple more. They are really helpful. Make about 20. So you need these ion batteries to refill your hazard protection. See how there's an extreme storm. Now what you're going to do is you're just going to go around. You're going to go around collecting storm crystals like I'm about to do here. You mark the storm crystals and you head on over. You go ahead and pick yourselves up some storm crystals during the storm. Just understand that outside of the storm you can no longer get storm crystals, so make sure you do this while during a storm. And there you go. There is a storm crystal, and I'm going to collect a few more of these, and I'll show you what I mean by how this is a really efficient money-making method. And you're just going to keep on tagging yourself some storm crystals, and you're just going to keep on collecting them, and it's going to be rinse and repeat. And this is going to make you a lot of money really fast, because each 5 storm crystals is over 1 million units. As you can see, I have 4, and they each sell for over 200,000 each. Yeah, this is basically the storm crystal strategy. Next, I'm going to show you nanite collecting, and then how to make your own gold farm, because I've noticed that gold has a higher profit value than activated indium. And yeah, I'll show you how to do that. And if you guys want, I'll show you how to make an activated indium farm too, because those are pretty efficient. But just understand this gold farm was completely made by me. Completely my idea. I didn't watch any tutorials, so I can't really throw out any credit. But I do give credit to Jason Plays for giving me the idea to do it, because I watched one of his videos and I saw how he made and I saw how to make money and how you can make an iridium farm, and I was like, oh, and then I checked it out and I was gonna build one until I realized that iridium doesn't have that much of a high value anymore compared to other things like gold or platinum. I'll keep you guys updated with the fastest ways to make money in No Man's Sky, and might even start a series on it. I'll think about it. And so that was the storm crystal strategy. Now let's get on into sentinel strategies. After you've found yourself a high sentinel activity planet, make sure you find yourself a sentinel. That's going to be the big one. So after you find yourself a sentinel, you're going to need to do what I'm about to do, and I'll show you. I'll skip to that next. After you've found yourself a sentinel, you're going to go up and you're going to attack it. And you're going to pick up these little crate things. And you're going to get stuff from them. What you are looking for is salvage glass. And what you're waiting for to spawn is a summoner. And once a summoner spawns, you can use the summoner to get yourself as many of these guys. You can farm them until you have a full inventory, and you can use this to make a lot of nanites. So this next wave, second wave, is when the first summoner should spawn. So we should get our first summoner, and we can start farming. There's our first summoner. That's him right there. That's a summoner. And now that we have our summoner, we can deal with these guys. And they'll spawn back in after we have killed them. It takes a while for him to spawn them back in. So we're just going to go around killing these guys and picking up their remains. And we're just going to keep on getting more and more stuff. The more we kill, the more we get. So you're just going to keep on killing these guys. And when you're done, I'll show you what to do. So just keep on fighting until you have a good amount. So I'll see you when I'm ready. Now eventually it might send in reinforcements, which isn't a very good thing because they know that you're farming and they don't like that. Now this is the part where you can take out the summoner because there's going to be another summoner that's going to show up and he's going to bring more of his friends with him. Going to deal with all of these little guys. And after you have done this, you are set and you are good to go. You need to deal with the healers. Now you can deal with the robot dog. Now after you've killed their final last little friend, and he learns to accept his defeat, and he stops turning into Sonic the Hedgehog. After you've killed their friend, you pick up their nanites, and you're going to pull out your train manipulator, and you are going to dig yourself into a little tiny hole, and they're going to search for you, and once you are done, you're going to kind of just seal yourself in, and you're going to wait until that sentinel searching bar dissipates. Now your next job is to head to the space station. And now we're going to head to the space station, and we're going to do the rest of the part there. Make sure you picked up all your capsules. Your inventory should look a little something like this. Got some salvage glass. That's what you want. You want the salvage glass. Now, I mind you, you can go to any station at all, and you can still do what I'm doing here. And I'm just in a system with an outlaw station, so I'm going to be doing it in outlaw. It's just going to look a little bit different, but it's basically the same thing. It's just a little bit darker, and you can buy black market goods. So once you're here, you're going to extract components. You're gonna extract components, whatever button that is for you. Either you're on Xbox, Switch, or PS4 or PC. For me, it is E, and you're going to extract all of these, and you're going to get a lot of stuff from it, and you're just gonna do this until you've extracted it all. Now I got pretty decently unlucky. All I got was 5 of this, 1 of those. I don't even know what else I got. I got a huge inventory. Probably got some more. I got a bunch of pugnium. And I got a geodesite. It's okay. And I got I got magno gold, and I got some limium, which apparently I can turn into geodesite. It only gains 25,000 in value. Okay. But this is what we're looking for. Sentinel weapon shard, Sentinel exosuit fragments. Now, I mind you, you can install these into your own stuff, but I am going to use it. But the main reason why we got all that is not for that. We are going to go over here, and we are going to go over to these guys. Sorry, wrong one. We are going to go over to the merchants. Wrong guy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. And we are going to go over to one of the merchants, such as this one. And you're going to go here, and you're going to sell your Sentinel exosuit fragments for this. You're going to sell them for nanites. Now, do not use these if you want to be able to get the most amount of nanites out of it. If you sell these and you've already used them, there's no point in selling them. Just hold on to them, because they'll only be worth about 14 or so nanites. And that is not much bang for your buck. I am going to teleport to a normal station since I have stuff that I need to sell. Here is how to make a gold farm. Now, after you have found your desired planet, you're going to land your ship. That's first. You should always land your ship first. You found your desired planet. You're going to land your ship. And you are going to pull out your mineral hotspot scanner, and if there is no nearby hotspot, I recommend pulling out this and looking for the nearest deposit of the thing you want, and you're going to head on over to that. So I'll see you once I'm over there. So once you're at that spot, sometimes this will help you find where you want to be, and sometimes this will show you directly where the hotspot is when you're near. You are going to need some sort of power. Now, if you can, you're going to want an electromagnetic power source if you can manage that. So after you've found yourself an electromagnetic power source, you're going to head over to it, discover it, and after you've discovered it, you're going to use that for your power. But you gotta make sure that it's going to be near your hotspot, because if it is not, it needs to be at least under a 500 meter radius from your hotspot. If any further, may not work. Just letting you know, because most glitches are patched with expanding base range. So after you found yourself your hotspot, you're going to run off, and you're going to look for your desired mineral hotspot. After finding the desired hotspot, you're going to build on that area. What? Okay. You're going to want to get out your terrain manipulator, and you're going to want to flatten out the area you are on to make sure you have plenty of room for your supply depots and mining drills. So you are going to need to unlock those if you plan on doing anything with this farm. Now, after you have cleaned up the area a little bit, you're going to need to get yourself some chromatic metal so that you can Now, I warn you right now, you are going to need a lot of chromatic metal if you plan on making this farm really big. So first, we're going to see if there's an electromagnetic power source nearby, and we're going to head towards it after we place our marker. You're going to place our marker right here, and we are going to head off in the direction of this electromagnetic power source. Now you're going to discover your electromagnetic power source, and you're going to place down a save beacon. You're going to find the distance between both areas, and you're going to stand right next to your save beacon, and you're going to look at where it is, and you're going to take the distance from there to here, and you're going to divide it in half. So for me, I would open up my calculator app, and I would type in 377 divide by 2, and you're going to do that, and you're going to find the middle, which is 188 for me, and I'm going to head forward, and I'm going to place down the base terminal in between. Now, understand it cannot be further than 300 U away from your electromagnetic power source, or else you're going to need to find another way to provide power, because it is too far if you do that. So, like I just did here, base terminal, we claim. We're going to claim this base. I don't know why the mesh is glitching out like that. And we are going to rename it Gold Farm. I'm going to name it Gold Farm 2 because I already have one. I was just helping you guys out. Now we are going to head over to our place over here where we have left our marker, and we are going to place down and are going to need to find where the density underfoot is the highest, and that is where we're going to build our drill. Now that we have found where density underfoot is the highest, we are going to flatten this area a little bit. And I am going to place down some structure to give us a solid reference and a floor to work on. Now we are going to head towards the strongest spot, which is right here, and we are going to whip out our mineral extractor, and we are going to place it down. we are going to place down a few mineral extractors. We are going to go into the front. We are going to wire all of the mineral extractors. And then we are going to link them up with supply pipes. And then after we have done that, we are going to place down our supply depots, which I only have enough metal plating to build one. So let me get some more metal plating. Now that I have done that, I am going to place down my supply depots. Which I now have 4 of. I am going to link the supply pipes. And we are going to link the supply pipes to our generators, which now provide a total storage of 4,750. Now understand, you can always make this bigger than it is right now. I am probably going to spend some time doing that. But first, let's get down to the basics. We are going to need to build our electromagnetic generator part of this build, which requires us magnetized ferrite, which I am going to make some of right now. Now you are going to need a lot more magnetized ferrite than what I have, which requires you to make some pure ferrite and refine your pure ferrite into magnetized ferrite. So I am going to do that just now, because you are going to need a few electromagnetic generators if you plan on building a lot of builds. So be ready for if planning your base for the future. And make sure it is not messy, because that will increase the struggle on building this type of farm. It will not make it easy once you lose track. So we are going to take our wire and we're going to run along with it. And we're going to head all the way over to our save beacon. You're going to run your wire over, and you're going to find the strongest point of this electromagnetic hotspot, and you're going to use that point for your power. So now we are at the densest spot. We are going to place down our electromagnetic generators, which you're going to need a few of if you plan on building a lot. So I'm going to place one here, and you are going to link your electromagnetic generators to your base power supply. And after you have done that, you should have power outputted to your base. You are going to need a few of these if you plan on building a nice big farm, because as you can see, it only needs that much and it is using this much, because this is not the best power supply I can possibly provide, and I understand that, but at least we have something going for us further. So you're going to need a couple more supply depots, so make sure you're prepared and you buy some ferrite dust or metal plating off of a pilot while you're in a space station. because you are going to need a lot if you plan on building a nice big farm. And I recommend electromagnetic generators the most because they provide the most amount of power and it can run during the night. But an alternative is solar panels and batteries, which I use on my most efficient farm because I can't really do much about it. It's not my fault. It's the fact that there was none around it, and it was an S-Class deposit. Oh yeah, that's basically it. Well, yeah, that is how you build a farm, a gold farm. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys understand, and you guys, if you have any issues, let me know down in the comments, and I will do the best I can to see if I can help. Thanks for watching. It's me, Cosmos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Subscribe.